All right. We talked about DJ Moore earlier. So, and I am kind of going to be bringing up DJ Moore here again for highlighted players for the week.
Have to. We brought him up.
96%.
We brought him
Yeah,
up earlier. Bring him up again because he's that damn good.
right?
Touchdown, Bears!
There we go. That's what he did. He had a touchdown. Hold on. He had one.
Touchdown, Bears!
He had two. He had two.
Two tutties.
He had two touchdowns this game, which is crazy. So he is 96% rostered, 83. He was 83% started this weekend. 26 fantasy points. He was wide receiver 3, 10 targets. He was 6 receptions, 86 yards, but he had a couple rushing, and then he had the rushing touchdown as well. I know we talked about him before earlier. I know, like, I think you even mentioned too earlier this year, like, hey, you should be starting DJ Moore. You should be starting DJ Moore, and
Yeah.
stick him in your lineups, keep playing him. And my, me, because there was, I can't remember. I have to look up to where I had him in which league, just because I might have had some different players I wanted to play. I think I wanted to play him over Addison or some of those, one of those two things, and also, it kind of hit me like this far far as like the fantasy playoffs. I'm like, all right, I got to play DJ Moore. I got to keep him in my lineups, because if he's gonna be putting up like these 30-point weeks, like back to back to back, you should be playing him. And which is my negligence on not sticking him in some of my lineups. Yeah, even though the Bears still suck, at least you think about it, it's still fantasy points. Come on now, Donovan, you should know this. Points are points, and anywhere you can get points to actually,
Yep.
get to the playoffs. That's all that matters, man. That's the way. That's the way.
Donovan's so biased on the Packers. Hey, I got to go with Wicks over DJ Moore. That kind of logic will put you out of the playoffs. There, playing for the toilet bowl there, Donovan. DJ Moore. I've been on this man since the trade happened. I mean, Carolina. Obviously you get not much of a better organization going from the Panthers to the Bears, but he's on a whole nother level. I mean, this is like when AJ Brown went from Tennessee to Philly. He was really good with Tennessee, became like an all-pro level guy with the Eagles. That's what DJ Moore did. He was really good with Carolina, but now he's like Pro Bowl level, almost all pro level receiver. I mean, this guy is a beast.
Well, it's kind of like when AJ Brown was with the Titans. He wasn't elite until he actually went with the Eagles. So actually, like, boom,
Yep.
I'm elite. So I mean, it's kind of like that same situation. DJ Moore, I know we made fun of him, poked fun of him, like, well, he's garbage. He only had this many touchdowns and whatnot, and then he goes over to with the Bears, and he's just rocking it. So here's the crazy thing. In the one league that I have him in here, I have Crystal Lave, I have Jordan Addison, I have George Pickens, and I have Garrett Wilson. So you can see how hard it is for me to try to get all these guys that I want. Yeah, this is the sad part. This is my 3-11 team too, and I think I talked about it before. So it's just like it sucks because I had a good team, but it just went to garbage. I don't know what happened. So it's just.
Well, in this year, in defense of you and other guys that are probably in this situation, gals too, like you want to think, hey, I have a surplus of receivers, I'll ship one out. If it's especially if it's a year-to-year redraft league, like, hey, I don't need 5 really top-end receivers. Let's go get some running back help. Let's go get a tight end, maybe a backup quarterback. Let's go get some help. But with the injuries happening the way they are, I mean, you almost have to hold on to these guys and just play out the stretch. I mean, you can't. I mean, Justin Jefferson, it would have been easy to, if you would have had, let's say, Justin Jefferson, George Pickens, Zay Jones, guys like that. You just say it had like 5 guys like that. Well, you didn't know JJ would miss half the year. Or if you had, Aaron Jones and had a really stacked running back room. I mean, so I don't blame you for, that shit just happens. You have, you're going to have so many teams. You're going to have a team that kind of blips off the radar. You're going to have that happen.
Yep.
But I don't blame people. It's like you got sometimes you got to hold on to players because of injury. It's just I held on to luckily in our 16-man invitational league that we have, and I ended up getting the number 1 seed in that. But I was lucky. I mean, Geno Smith is getting banged up now. Josh Dobbs, who was my 3rd quarterback, I kind of held on to him just in case, and now he's going to be benched. But I held on to Kyler Murray all year. He was in the IR spot, and then I bumped him up. Luckily, because Kyler Murray's probably going to end up, if I have any chance at the championship, it's going to be with Kyler Murray. You know what I mean? More than likely. So you have to. So yeah, you have a stacked room. You have to. In years past, you could trade these guys away. You could kind of maneuver some stuff. With the way injuries are happening now, man, I think you have to keep kind of keep it together.
Yeah, you do. It's now, who knows? I'm happy. Who knows? I'm gonna have to be trying to ride Flacco to the fantasy playoffs. That's what it might be coming down to, because I have
might
Will.
Not be. hell, that might not be the worst thing.
I went out and got Will Levis, and I don't know if he's going to actually be the guy to help me get over the top. Unlike DJ Moore, if I had him in my fantasy team in our 16-team league, I would probably be a little bit better off. But it is what it is. It sucks that Herbert got injured for me, and that these are all the things that people have to think about when they get to the playoffs. Now they're like, a lot of injuries happening now. Herbert going down. How are you going to pivot? How too bad trades are not available yet, because I would probably try to trade off DJ Moore for a decent quarterback if I was able to.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're I think we got one guy left, and then I'll get into the riser, and then we'll take a little break and then get into waivers. Yeah. Any other thoughts on DJ quick, or anybody watching? Any thoughts on DJ?
For the playoffs, he's got the Browns, he's got Arizona, and the Falcons coming up. So the Browns are first against the pass. Arizona is 13th against the pass, and the Falcons are 12th against the pass. So give or take that, DJ Moore might have a down game against the Bears, or not the Bears, the Browns, but he could have a rebound game against, the Arizona and the Falcons as well. So there's a good chance that he could probably get you some fantasy gold.
Absolutely. He's got a bad, he's got a bad matchup against the Browns, but you can't, DJ Moore at this point, you just got to ride him out. You can't bench him just because he's got a bad matchup. You got to, these last 3 games, automatic start. Absolutely.
Touchdown Bears!
You know what?
That